at Wagener Milling Company today, coming by to see our friend Mr. David, dropping off our pigs and picking up some feed. You don't know how much I have missed seeing you, Mr. David. We came up one time and picked up some feed, of course, while you were out. But Mr. David here, it was something was missing when you walked in, and it was you.
Thank you, honey. Thank you, man. I'm glad to be back with y'all.
Yes, sir. And I'm sure a lot of y'all probably are wondering why we haven't filmed up here in a while. Well, it's because Mr. David hadn't been here, and it wasn't no point in filming without Mr. David.
Everything's going good now, thank the Lord.
Yes, sir. So y'all continue to keep Mr. David here in your thoughts and prayers. And like he said, he's doing good, but everybody can always use those thoughts and prayers too. So,
amen.
Yes, sir.
I had a little bit of surgery done, and thank God it went good. And I was out a couple of weeks, but now I'm recovering good, and I'm gonna be. I hope and pray I'll be all right.
Miss Michelle, you have had your hands full trying to keep this place running without Mr. David.
Absolutely.
So, and there goes the phone. Y'all see how busy they stay up here. Could you imagine having to be up here running and not have a whole Mr. David here keeping things under control? Yeah. Mr. David always say he's the heart of the mill here. So, but Michelle, I'll tell you what, that's a good lady back there. She just jumped in and stepped up and kept things going around here, and she did a good job when Mr. David was out.
We're thankful to have her.
Yes, sir. We sure are.
We got the piggies up here at Wagener Milling Company. They're about to get fed and watered. Not certain what the market's bringing right now or what we'll be able to get for them. So we'll have to discuss with Mr. David and just see how they sell. So fingers crossed.
That ball's there. Okay, you want to back up?
Hey, they can't keep a good man down, can they?
I'm hoping not.
Already got you working hard, Mr. David.
Cripple man can run the forklift.
Yes, sir.
All you got to do is hop to it and hop on it. Door to shut there, the door. Yeah. The range will be fine.
Mr. David, you getting around like a pro there.
I'm telling you, I'm getting better.
Yes, sir. You sure are.
Soreness is here, but it's getting better each day.
Yes, sir.
Thank the Lord. It's been 3 weeks.
You're doing
In
good.
another week or two, if something else don't occur, I'll be back brand new.
Yes, sir. Y'all look at how good Mr. David's getting around. I'm so proud of him.
Thank you, man.
All right, we're
Rooster and a hen.
dropping off some pigs. We're picking up the rooster and the hen.
Okay. All right, that'll work.
And give me 6 bags of the horse, sheep, and goat.
Okay.
2 bags of the best hogs. 2 bags of the value pack. That's about the ivermectin. And a box of Hubby treats.
We'll go ahead and take this box out, George.
Puppy treats.
Get that out, and I'm gonna add something to it. This one here. We agreed on some cheese on top. You'll set it on the floor, sir. I will. Set it down.
Mr. David is getting all the puppies hooked up. Look at that.
All right,
Mr.
George, put that in their truck.
Mr. David, the dogs are going to love you.
Won't that work?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir. You too. You have a great day.
Y'all too now.
Y'all take care.
Y'all come back to see us. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad to be back too, honey. Thank you, ma'am.
We'll see you next time.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right.
You
Take
be careful
care.
riding around on that forklift
Oh,
now.
don't worry, I am.
You're doing good though.
Thank you, ma'am.
No laughing. This is the only time that I could find when it's nice and cool and it's not 85, 90 degrees outside. It's about 9 o'clock at night and I am starting to work on the deck up here to get the handrails. I've already started down there, right there, and came off from the side of the house from that end. And we'll be adding another extension going this way, going up here to this way. And then whatever it comes up to in the middle, I will meet there. So I'm making, from what's on this one up here, you can see it's 96 inches from there to there, from that pole to that end. So I'm coming off the other end and making it exactly 96 inches too. And just whatever it meets up at in the middle, I believe it's coming up like 88 inches. So that's what it's going to be to make it even looking on from the ground and from up there. So I guess y'all can come along with me and see. I know it's been a long time coming and been trying to get on this deck and got plenty of light out here. It's lit up just as good as it is daytime, but it is something like 75, 76 degrees out here. Nice. So let's go ahead and get to it and see what we can accomplish in a little bit of time. These are the frames that will go inside of the 4x4 post, and cattle panel wire will go inside of these, which will be framed out, kind of picture framed in. A little awkward to put together to begin with because everything's kind of flopping around, but once you start getting them screwed off, they're pretty good and solid, and especially when you anchor them to those 4x4 posts. I know it's a long time coming with this deck. It's been sitting here for a while. I mean, man, it sat here for about 2 years before we even tore the boards off of it. And then it sat here for about another year. Money's hard to come by these days, and let me tell you, every time I make a trip to Lowe's or Home Depot, wherever I can find the lumber that's the cheapest and the best looking lumber, it took me forever to find these decking boards that wasn't full of knots. Everybody probably knows what I'm talking about on that. So it took me, I was being picky because I want these they're gonna be here a long time. So I want something nice. But every time I made a trip to Lowe's or Home Depot, I was looking at like $350 to $500 in boards. So, I mean, it gets expensive, and other things take priority. Like we had the well go out, oil and filters for the equipment and stuff like that. That took priority over this because the equipment, we need that. That's something that's going to keep this farm going. So, it is what it is. We're getting back on it now. I've had most of the boards now, but the main reason it is it's been way too hot. And I don't know what made me come up here and start on this tonight. I just felt like it and wanted to get it done. I'm tired of looking at it half finished like this and wanted to get it finished. And I know Mikey's probably ready to get it finished. And it's shaping up nicely now. This is the last step. The only thing left is the roof and to put the cattle panel in there and frame it out, and it's done. And then to come along and put some deck stain on it. So I'm actually very happy with it. It looks really nice. All right, so I went ahead and screwed that up. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Perfect, that one. Perfect, that one. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get some 2.5-inch screws and screw this handrail straight down to go ahead and get it stabilized some. Y'all can see that's pretty stable right there. But for anybody that's interested, what I'm doing, let me show you. I'm taking 4-inch lag screws. Let the camera focus on that a second. Putting washers on them and putting 2 per pole coming from the bottom of the deck straight up into that 4x4 post to give it some more added stability. Also, let me show you up here. Also, there's a 4x4 by 8 foot. I had to cut them, 9 foot. It was a 10 foot. I had to cut them down to be able to put the 10 on the roof. So, a 2x8 will go down from there to there. And there's already a drop. This is an 8 foot. So there's a 1 foot drop in 88.5 inches. So, that's plenty of fall for 10 for water to run off of it. I don't want it to be too steep because I want to be able to get up there and still work on the house, paint on the house and stuff like that. That's plenty. So, once I build this frame up, I'm going to tin the roof over here. So, like I say, putting 4-inch screws with the washers coming straight from the bottom of that pole. And it's also screwed down with 2.5-inch screws all the way around. It will be picture framed in the cattle panel, so that will stiffen it up. Will be framed in with 1x1s, treated 1x1s all the way around it on both sides. So everything we do is going to stabilize it. Plus it's going to be coming there and have the roof put on it. So like I say, as y'all can see, they're not going anywhere now. So all we have left, let me get y'all over here. I don't know if y'all can see. Okay, y'all can see both of them. All we have right here is this gap between these 2 poles right here. So a 4x4 post will go here, and a 4x4 post will go there, and then a short frame will go in between them. So that way, everything will be evened up. The poles on the deck and everything will look nice. Just, I guess, the curb appeal or whatever you want to call it. So everything will be nice and square. Everything will be evened up, the poles on the deck. And like I said before in the previous video, the poles that's up under this deck do not line up. I'm not certain what my grandpa was doing when he built it. I was just little, probably 8, 9, 10, 12 years old, somewhere around there when he built this deck. But on the ground, he used treated 6x6s, and they are 8 foot from that pole to this one, and then 8 foot from that pole to this one, and then 10 foot from this pole to that pole. So I'm not certain what his line of thought was when he built it on making, instead of just evening it up 10 foot or 8 foot, just making it whatever. So I just have to work with what's there. So I want the top part to be even, but the top part, the corner post will line up, but these posts that's in the middle, that's going to be right here, the 4x4s that's here, they won't line up with the post that's up under the deck. And so that's all it is to it, y'all. Let me cut y'all up and go get 2 more 4x4 posts and cut the boards to frame this in, and I'll let y'all watch that. It's amazing what just screws cost. Hang on a minute. Like a little, I think it's 4 pounds, 4 or 5 pound little pan bucket of these screws, these 3-inch screws, is $47. Y'all, that's ridiculous. Them little screws wouldn't have never cost over about $19 a couple years ago. $47. So it adds up quick. Adds up really quick. Alright, so these posts will be straightened up when the rafters come in and tie these posts to the house. So right now they're a little bit wobbly. I hadn't went down and put the screws to the bottom, and I hadn't put this piece of handrail in right here. will say it is still a little bit humid out here. Mikey hates when I put stuff in my pockets like screws and nuts and bolts because somehow they end up in the washing machine. No fault of mine. But she usually finds money, says she's laundering for money. But all the change and stuff in my pockets. Y'all, that's actually pretty stable there. I still have to put the 4-inch screws from the bottom and then tying the rafters that's going to be up on the house. I'm going to put a 2x8 across the face of the house here and then put 2x8s out and then put 2x6s for runners for the 10. Let me show y'all what we got here so far. So this is what we have so far. 9-foot 4x4, 88.5 inches, 8-foot 4x4. Excuse the light, y'all. 96 inches, 4x4, 82 inches, 4x4, 96 inches, 4x4, and 88.5 inches, or whatever I said, exactly the same as the other end. So this is what it's shaping up to. And then, excuse the light, I'll try to block the light. So this will be picture framed in with cattle wire. And then 2x8s will go up and across the face. 2x8s and then 2x8 up. And then it will be down the middle here and here 2x8s. And then in between this pole and this pole, it'll be 2x6s running across this way. And then it'll be 2x6s running across here, all the way back up to the roof and there across. And then the 10 will be running this way off. So this is actually really nice. This deck has never had a roof on it. Never had a roof on it. It's just always been a deck with handrails. I just thought it would be a really nice addition to the house. Not certain why my grandparents never put a tin roof on it. Just could have been money. It could have been the money. And I think it would be really nice because they worked really hard putting this deck on the house. And I know even back then, it was very expensive to do. So all they had was the deck and the handrails, and That probably cost a fortune back then, because I know it set us back to get to where we are right now without even the roof on it. And it's sitting at an easy $1,000-something sitting here with just what's here. Probably over $1,000 if you count the screws and stuff like that, because I'm on my second 4 or 5 pound pack of 3-inch screws and the first pack of 2.5. And I done ate way into that 2.5 pack, so I'm probably gonna have to go back and get another pack of 2-inch or whatever, because when I put the 1-bys and mount them down, it's gonna take a lot of screws to go around, because you put the 1-by, frame it in, and then put the cattle panel, and then put 1-bys, 1-by-1s on both sides of it. So it's gonna take a lot of 1-by-1 to frame it in, and a lot of probably 1 5/8, something like that, screws, because I don't want them to penetrate through the 2x4s coming up, because it's going to be screwed up from the bottom. So, y'all, this is really nice. I'm really happy with it. I am really happy with it. It's taken a long time, but it's finally getting there and shaping up. So, the puppies are, 2 of the puppies are out and about. They've been very curious as to what I've been doing up here. They've been standing in the yard staring up at me. 3 of them's inside, so. All right, y'all, let me go in, get a shower. Let me show y'all here. Tucker, what you doing down there, Tucker? Where's Crescent Roll at? Where's Tootsie? You don't know? You don't know where your sister is? Where you at, Tootsie? You gonna come over here and say hey to everybody, Tootsie? Crescent. There she is. Hey, Crescent Roll. We call her Tootsie. What you doing, Tootsie? If they could get up here with me, they'd be up here on the deck with me, helping me out. They'd be knocking my screws over, probably losing the pins and the markers and everything. Wouldn't you, Tootsie? Crescent, what you doing? All right, y'all. Let me go inside and get cleaned up and ready for bed. It's probably about 10 o'clock, 10:30, something like that. And I know y'all probably feeling the same way. Y'all probably like, man, when they gonna finish that deck up? Well, y'all, it's the same way here. Every time I walk by, help feed the animals or anything like that, I look up at this deck and I'm like, man, I'm ready to get that thing done. Ready to get it done. And it's just a matter of time. I don't know what made me feel like it tonight, just coming out here, and I guess because I'm sick of seeing it not finished and wanted to go ahead and start getting on it. And like I say, we're probably about 75% through with it now. Maybe 70%, because I ain't got the cattle panel in here. And then all it is the roof. It's done. So I'll bring y'all back along with me as I finish it up. Y'all hope y'all have a great night.
Y'all come back and see us soon.